We are doing our last lesson before the review and test for this unit. So this is the recursive formula. So let's look at what the definition is. It says a recursive formula tells you to find the nth term of the sequence by performing operations to the previous term. So what they will give you for a recursive formula, the first term is always given. And then they'll give you what operations are happening to every term after that. So they will say A1, remember that is your first term. Okay, so A1 equals 5. This is a formula that has been given. So A1 equals 5 means the first term is 5. So if I'm going to write out what these terms are, I can say the first term is 5. Okay, so I'm going to write the sequence right here. I'm going to just do 5. 5 blanks. That way I can find the first 5 terms. Then the second part of our recursive formula has subscripts in it. So it says AN, which we've been doing A sub N, equals 2 times A and then N minus 1. A N minus 1 is your previous term. The term before, previous term. So what this means is 2 times the previous term plus 1 more. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do times 2 plus 1. It's going to be 5 times 2. I don't like the x. I'm going to do it like that instead. 5 parentheses 2 plus 1. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Okay, then we go to the next one. This means 2 times 11 plus 1 more. See how it's 2 times the previous plus 1 more? 2 times 11 is what? 22 plus 1 more is 23. Okay, let's go to the next one. 2 times the previous, so 2 times 23 plus 1 more. So if you want to do it, 46 plus 1 more, 47. Okay. Let's do one more. 2 times 47 plus 1 more. 95. 2 times 47 plus 1. Yep. So this could go on and on and on. The n is greater than or equal to 2 means we are going to find all the terms of the sequence 2 and to infinity, basically. So we are going to use formula to find a sub 2, a sub 3, and so on. And in these recursive formulas, we use a just as a term number. We aren't going to use G, but these could be geometric sequences. But we're just using A as our general term number. So if this said n is greater than or equal to 5, then we would use this formula for a to the 5th, 6th, 7th, and so on. All right, let's look at our next page. So here are some recursive formulas. Find the first 5 terms of the sequence. A sub 1 equals 6. A sub n equals 2 times a n minus 1. So a sub 1, that's our first term. We use this for the a sub 1. So it's just 6. That's our given information. It's part of the formula. And then our next one, a sub 2, is found by multiplying 2 times the previous. So if I do 2 times a, and then I'm going to plug in because n is 2 right here. So put it right here, n equals 2. Then if I plug in my n into the formula, see how our formula says a n minus 1, that would be 2 minus 1. Which means it's 2 times a1. So what is our pattern here? Multiply by 2, right?
Isn't that n?
No, it's minus. Right there. It's n minus 1. Because what n minus 1, a subscript n minus 1 means the previous term. So all this is going to be is 2 times 6, which is 12. So I really don't have to put this here. All we're going to do is multiply 2 times our previous. So 2 times a sub 2. Because if I plug in 3 here, 3 minus 1 is 2. So that's why I just put 2 times a sub 2. So it's just going to be 2 times 12, which is 24. The next one's going to be 2 times the previous, so 2 times a sub 3, which just means 2 times 24, 48. Then to find a sub 5, that means 2 times a sub 4. And whenever I say sub, I'm saying subscript. So that means 2 times 48. What is it? 96. So from this table, we can write out our sequence. 6, 12, 24, 48, 96. This is a geometric sequence because it's being multiplied by 2 every term forward. Okay, let's go to the next one. Find the first 5 terms of the sequence. So it says A1, so that means first term is 7. So we just put a 7 here for A1. Then what is the pattern? What is happening to the previous? What is it? Multiply by 3 and then subtract 5. So we're going to do 3 times the previous, so 3 times 7, minus 5. So what goes here? So see how this is the same thing that goes inside? See how we plug that into the next formula? So we can use our calculator. 3 times 7 minus 5. Yep, 16. Good job. Yay. You keep on doing that same thing. So the next one will be 3 times, what am I going to multiply 3 by? 16 minus 5. Can you use a different highlighter, maybe? So I'll just do like this. $43? Then the next one. Okay. Okay, and then the next one, 3 times 124 minus 5. 367. Quiet down. So we can write our sequence down here. All right, let's look at the next section. We are just going to do 1, 2, and 3, and 4. We're not going to worry about 5 and 6. Okay, so we just have 4. So number 1 says A1 is -4. And this says practice finding the first 5 terms of the sequence. So the first term is -4. What is the pattern happening for the A sub n equals 3 times A sub n minus 1? What's happening? What operation is happening here? Multiply what? By 3. So from here to here is times 3. So -4 times 3, -12. And then -12 times 3, -36. -36 times 3. I can just keep on hitting enter on my calculator. -108. We need one more. Times 3. -324. And put comma, dot, dot, dot. Because that's just your first 5 terms of the sequence. Okay, go ahead and do number 2.
Good.
Hey guys, I found that. Why?
This is just
On number 2, the first term is 5. And then it says the terms after that. What operation though?
Multiply.
by
2.
2. Okay, so I multiply by 2, and what do I get?
10.
Multiply by 2, what do I get?
20.
Multiply by 2,
40.
multiply by 2.
80.
Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, the next one says a sub 1 equals 8. So that means our first is 8. What operation is happening here?
Multiply by 1. Never mind. Subtract 6.
Subtract 6. So I take 8, I subtract 6, and what do I get? I take 2, I subtract 6, minus 6, minus 6 again. That's my 5th term right there. Cool. The last one we're doing. Yes. So this is add 13. So negative 32 is our first term. So negative 32, add 13. No.
It's negative 19.
Negative 19. And then negative 19 plus 13. Okay, you can go ahead and glue this in your journal. Let me tell you something real quick before y'all start moving, though. I need y'all's attention. You are going to get the test review today, and as you see on our calendar over there on the board, we have the test on Thursday. So Tuesday, your assignment is the review. Wednesday is the review. So there are 28 problems on this review. You need to do all the ones that you can do on your own. So you're working by yourself for the class period. Circle the ones you don't know how to do, and tomorrow we will go over those. So you should be able to do half or more. So you're shooting for at least 14 questions that you can do. You can skip around, but you need to get at least 14 problems done. You are working by yourself for the rest of the class.